Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and happy Wednesday. Today, I'm here to tell you all about our brand new fairy release. So, we'll wait a couple of moments for everyone to join in. Usually, it sends out the notification that we're live within a couple of seconds, but we have to wait for everyone to hop on. When you're here, please say hello so that I know that you are here. It looks like, let's see here. Okay, hello, Carol. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Heather. Hello, Penny. Hello, Vicky. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hello from down the road. Hello, Marlene. Hello, Kate. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Michelle. Hello, my beautiful Dion. Hello, Darren. Hello, everyone. We have lots to review today. Lots of really, really cool stuff to talk about. So, I'm really excited to share with you this release. It's different from anything that we've ever done before. We are traveling to a realm of fantasy and mystery, and it's a really, really, really cool collection. So I'm really excited to share it with you. And it seems as though everything went live early this morning because we have to make sure that everything goes through and everything is processed and ready for all of you to shop. So I think that quite a few of you purchased very early this morning. So there's a lot of this release that is already out there and being shipped out into the world. I know that our team is standing by to fulfill those orders, which is really, really awesome. So you will see your orders ship out pretty quickly as long as everything is here, which everything is. There is one thing that's already sold out, but we will be, that's already been reordered, and we are getting ready to get it back in stock. So, all right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start talking about the new items that we have. So we have lots and lots and lots of things to show and to share. So I'm going to start and I'm going to go through the release as the, I guess, kind of as my release sheet shows me. I know you guys can't see, but right here, there's a big document that shows me everything that is in this release so that I can share it with you. So first and foremost, we have the Fairy Fantasy stamp set. This is a large 6x8 stamp set, and it is so cool. So we have this beautiful fairy here, and we have fairies all throughout. So we have a fairy that's standing and smelling a flower. We have this fairy that's kind of off into the distance with a flower as well. We have this flying fairy. We have this little fairy that's sitting down. And then we have a fairy here that's kneeling. And then we have two fairies that are together. And I just love that. Then we have some florals. We have some little bugs. We have fairy kisses. Have a magical day. Fairy wishes just for you. Hello, my friend. Love you. You're wonderful. May all your dreams come true. Sending hugs is the last one. And then I love this big, I guess, flower that they can sit on. And of course, this is just the stamp set, but as always, we do have the coordinating dies as well. So if you get the combo, this is what your combo will look like. You will get the die, the stamp and the die. And the die will be inside of the back of your packaging. And the reason that we do that is we can then offer this at like an incredible price for the stamp and die together. Okay, so that's the very first thing that is on my little sheet here. So I'm gonna grab a bin to put everything in. Here we go. Because we are gonna be making some stuff today too, because I have been really excited to make things with this release as well. So second in this release, we have the Forest Friends. And boy, are these little friends so much fun. So we have I believe this is a hedgehog. Heather's over to my right. This is a hedgehog, right, Heather? Correct. So we have two hedgehogs. We have these little mice. We have a little chipmunk. We have a frog. We have, I mean, this is loaded. We have ladybug and a bumblebee. We have the little rock. We have a snail. We have a grasshopper. I mean, this is loaded with all of those fun little forest friends. And then we, of course, have some different sentiments like I'm simply wild about you, enjoy the little things in life, and I treasure our friendship. And then, of course, you can get the stamp, or you can get the stamp and die combo. So just a great. So this is also another 6x8 stamp set, large stamp set. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck with those stamp sets. Then next up, we have the Follow Your Dreams. So this stamp set's concept is to be able to create a little sign. So we have two different types of signs here. We have a little cobblestone path. We have a ladybug. We have the little arrows. And then we have a gajillion sentiments like follow your dreams, heart, make a wish, change, escape ordinary, enjoy the journey, it all, take chance, your adventure awaits, hello, thanks, welcome. So all of these will fit inside of here. And of course, there is also a coordinating die set, and this little coordinating die set will cut out all of, it'll cut out the little ladybug, it'll cut out both ladybugs, the stones, and then of course, both of the signs. So this is gonna be, I mean, this is gonna be something that I think will be a staple in your collection. So that is the Follow Your Dreams. Then next up, we have probably my favorite stamp from this entire release, because you know how much I love working with this illustrator. So this is called Home Sweet Home, and you can see, look at this beautiful little fairy house. Oh my goodness, do I love this. So this little fairy house, of course, was created to work in tandem with these fairies. Now these fairies all obviously would be in the foreground, while this is kind of in the background, so that the linear kind of look to it will make sense, because obviously these fairies will not fit directly into that house side by side. But this is a beautiful fairy dwelling, I guess you would say. And then we have a fairy nice day. All you need is faith, trust, and pixie dust. And then Home Sweet Home. And then this has a coordinating die, which I have to have for this, because I'm going to use this today, and I'm going to pop this up onto one of our beautiful new papers, and I just think that this will look so great. But having that coordinating die is certainly going to save me from doing a whole bunch of cutting out. And then, of course, the sentiments, as in true form, have the dies as well. I still want a Roadster Hot Rod for the frogs from last month. That's sign set would be cute with that. Oh, that's funny. That would be great. Hello, Lisa. Okay, and then we have one more stamp set, and this stamp set is called Enchanted Forest. And I really love this stamp set because it has all of those little extras that you would need for your forest. So we have, this is like, I guess Father Nature is what we would call him, or like a forest spirit. Then we have the forest has magic for those who see. We have this great little deer. We have a tree stump, and then we have all sorts of extra little goodies. So if this is, if you just want to do something with the deer and the tree stump, this would be a very simple set to put together to do that. And then, of course, you have your coordinating dies for that one as well. All right, any questions on the stamps that we are launching? It is a really great release, Lisa. It's a big one, but it's a great one. All right, moving on to the next item, or items, I guess I should say, on my sheet. So we have a couple of different paper products this time. Some really great paper products. So I can tell you that these panels are probably going to be the first thing to sell out, because they are just absolutely stunning and so simple to use. I mean, this is going to do all of your coloring for you on the background of your card. So the very first item we have is the Fantastic Forest. And I have to take a deep breath, because this artwork, I mean, all of the artwork on these panels are just out of this world, but take a look at this. This is I mean, your card is done. Just use this. The Forest Friends does come in a bundle. I would assume that Heather's probably ferociously checking that right now over on the couch. But yeah, it's up, she said. So it does come in a bundle. So if she scrolls up, she'll find it. So if you scroll up, you'll find it. But I think Heather's going to probably post it as well. Yep. So this is one of the panels. Look at these panels. You need 3 or 4 of these. I mean, I know I do. I mean, just makes your cards, it's going to make your cards so simple. So simple to just drop those little fairies in. Or, I mean, drop whatever you want in. I mean, you may already have stamps that will work perfect. I mean, look at this. That may work perfectly with these. And they have a watercolor feel. Look at this one, the nighttime one. Just so beautiful. So spectacular. So in that set, you will receive, there are 8 designs. You get 1 of each. And that's why I said get yourself more than one, because you are going to absolutely want 2 of each. But it wouldn't make sense for us to do 2 of each in it, because it is they are full color panels. So it just 1 of each, and of course you'll find yourself hoarding these, because I know that I'm going to be. So that is the Fantastic Forest. Now let's talk about Mushroom Village. So it's really hard to pick a favorite because they're all so spectacular, but these panels this month, and it's something new that we've been doing, they are, it just makes it so simple to create your cards. I mean, look at this. Don't you want to be there? I mean, I know I do. I just think that that is just so spectacular. Look at those backgrounds. I mean, just so pretty and just so simple. You can literally use this and take your little sign. And I know, right? They would just be beautiful framed on the wall. Look at how pretty. This artwork is just so spectacular. Oh, look at this one. So these are the Mushroom Village card panels, and I have a feeling, make them 5x7. We could do 5x7 eventually. The 4 1/4 by 5.5 is just the size that we've kind of adopted, because that's what most card makers make. But yeah, 5x7 is definitely something we can take into consideration. All right, so I'm going to wait for the next panels, because that's not what's next on my sheet. So I'm going to wait for the next panels, and we're going to hop into some stencils. Aren't they beautiful, Kate? All right, so we're going to start with the Pathway Slimline stencil. Look at how beautiful this is. So we have this wonderful pathway that comes all the way down, and then the beautiful florals that are all the way around it. Now, of course, you could use this however you would like. If you want to use just the pathway and you can mask off these pieces, or you can use the pathway with these pieces and, you know, put your little fairies on there. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you would like with this, but I just think that this is absolutely going to be a staple in your collection, just for the simple fact that these are, I mean, they're just absolutely incredible. Heather said the black pearl chroma glaze is beautiful on these rocks. I think that's going to be just spectacular. I love it. So this is the Pathway Slimline stencil. Oh, awesome, Candy. And then this is probably one of my favorite stencils that we have launched this year. This is called the Fairy Flight Path Slimline stencil. This is BRU 4171, and just imagine what you can do with it. This is just such a beautiful stencil. So you can use it, you know, either way. The great thing about our slimline stencils is they're 4.5 by 9 inches. So you can use this on an A2 size card. You can use this on a scrapbook page. You can use this on, I mean, really, the sky's the limit of what you could use this particular stencil on. And I just absolutely love this. I just think that this is so pretty, and it's just going to look spectacular on pretty much everything that you use it on. It's just it makes a very simple background. All right, then we have the beautiful River Rocks stencil. Again, this is just a great staple to have. This will allow you to create that really cool, very, very whimsical river rock background. And it's just a whole bunch of different stones. So this, again, is one that I think I would use, you know, in the background when I am creating like kind of a top view or a side view. But I just think that this river rock will be something that you will use often. All right, so now on to our smaller stencils. So these stencils have been very, very, very popular since their concept and release. And it's because they are a very manageable size when you're using them on like I would say like a smaller like format on your card. So these measure 4 inches by 4 inches, and everybody seems to be really loving these smaller stencils, and I think that's great. So first up, we have the Earth stencil. So the Earth stencil features these beautiful leaves. These really lend themselves to almost like a fossil look, as well as kind of, you can just simply, you know, just blend this on the background and then pop up a fairy or the, you know, a fairy trio on it. I think this will be so cool. Oh, hello, Emily. Everyone say hi to Emily. She illustrated these beautiful, beautiful stamps for us. And if you love them, it's because Emily, they came from Emily's mind and hands. So it's just really cool to have her here with us. All right, so then we have, so these are all of the elements. So next up, we have the air stencil. So again, this is just very breezy, very whimsical in the air flow of it. And this really, and I'm going to show you how to use this kind of as a spotlight on your cards today. I think, oh yes, they would be great with the gators from the Safari release. So this, I'm going to show you how you can use this kind of just as a spotlight, and you'll see what I mean. I think that it will really spotlight the look of the center of your card. Then last but not least, we have the ice stencil. So this is the ice that emulates kind of broken and shattered ice. So cool, and I hope you all love this because Daryl, who is our laser production manager, had a heck of a time cutting these for you. So this one was the one that had him here for many, many late nights. So I hope that ice is one that you will love and one that you will add to your collection. So this is the ice stencil. All right, so now I'm going to show you the paper pads. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, one of these paper pads have already sold out. So one of these paper pads is already gone. I will show you it, but it's probably going to be about 2 weeks before we get it back in stock. So this is the Ethereal Storm paper. This is the one that sold out already this morning. It's already gone, but we will be getting it back in stock. It is a whole bunch of beautiful pastel clouds and just different variations of cloud. It's very, very pretty. It's no shock to me that it's sold out already, but this one is gone already. But we will be getting it back in stock, so I just wanted to show it to you very quickly so you could add the out of stock notifier if you would like. But that puppy is gone. Next we have Secret Garden. This one is already at an SOS status. So if you all have been here with me for a while, you know that SOS status means sellout status. So if you love this Secret Garden paper pad, you are going to want to grab it ASAP with your order because I have a feeling it will be gone by the end of today. So this Secret Garden pad are all of your textures. Hello, Amy. Hello, Colleen. So these are all of your textures that you would want to use. So we have water. We have rocks. We have this spider web that has all of the little droplets on it. We have stone. We have this beautiful close-up of a flower. We have wood and moss. Look at this leaf. How beautiful is that close-up of that leaf? We have like a rusted painted wall. We have this beautiful kind of a, I guess you would say, like a broken plastered brick wall. We have these beautiful leaf tips. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, yes, they will be restocked. Yes. We did not anticipate that they would sell as quickly as they did. So then it just repeats. And as you can see, this is just an absolutely beautiful. If you love the very, very photographic, really, really, you know, I guess like HD photographic paper pads, this one is the one for you. All right. Oops, I forgot one stencil, but that's probably good because this stencil is a very different from the other stencils that we have in this release. So we have the layering stencil. This is called the Fairy Portal stencil. Now, this is a 3-piece stencil, and I love. I'm not sure I don't think this is the correct bag for this stencil, but that's okay. This bag is really big in comparison to the normal bags we use. So we have this Fairy Portal. So as you can see, it is 3 pieces, and what will happen is they will, once you put all 3 pieces together, you will have this beautiful portal-like view. We are going to use this today, so I'm going to show you what this looks like whenever it's actually stenciled, but it is just absolutely, it's going to literally create a portal into the little land of the fairies that you are creating with. So I think that that is super, super, super cool, and I love that. All right, so that is the Fairy Portal stencil. All right, so next up for this release, I told you it's a big release. It's a big release, my friends. Next up, we have something that's really cool that we've never done before, and these are our acetate fairy wings. So obviously, when you have your fairies, they are going to come with their own wings, as you can see here. Like this one here is probably the one that we'll use today, but this one, you know, they have their own wings. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to give you the opportunity to add wings to your fairies. So you'll notice that this is a, let's see here. So this is, oh, Heather, there are 4 sheets in here?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you will get 4 sheets of these acetate wings, and now look, they are completely transparent. So what you will do, are they numbered? They are not numbered, but the great thing is you can use them in whatever order you would like. So you can use them however you would like. You do not have to do them in any special order. So the way that these work is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of wings. I'm going to keep this piece of paper here so that you can still see what they look like. But what you'll do is once you stamp out your fairy, you can add these wings, and I'm going to show you how to do that today, and you can kind of curl them up so your fairy has wings on the, and we didn't have these pre-cut because, let me tell you why. Because you can use these with like alcohol inks to color them. You can do so many different things with these wings, and it would just be so difficult to do that whenever they're already pre-cut out. So we give you the opportunity to kind of cut them out yourself. But again, you can use these however you would like. If you want, you can add, yeah, you can add them to the little critters. If you want to make these little critters be very whimsical, you can add wings to to your frog. You can add, I mean, heck, you can add wings to your mouse if you want to. It's completely up to you. But this just makes it super simple for you to be able to add wings and add layers to all of your projects. Okay, so we have the acetate wings, and I'm actually not going to put those back in there because they are a pain to put back in there, but I will be using them anyway, so it just makes it easier to keep them out. Okay, next up, we have conversation clippings. So conversation clippings are very, very popular because it makes it super simple for you to be able to create sentiments really, really easily by just, cutting these out. So we have like the fairies made me do it, believe in your own fairy tale, leave a little glitter behind, and we've changed up the way that we do the conversation clippings for our releases, because I wanted to give you the option to have bigger sentiments and smaller sentiments. So you have larger sentiments at the top, excuse me, and then you have the smaller sentiments at the bottom. So we have like never too old for magic, follow your dreams, they know the way, be strong, be different, be you, not short, fairy sized. So all sorts of really, really cool conversation clippings. And you get quite a few in this set. And they are foilable, so you can foil them, and it will make it super, super simple to add those sentiments onto your projects. Okay, So this, I think, is probably one of the coolest things that I have ever designed, and probably something that I need about 100 of, because I have never seen these before in the industry. Please let me know if you have seen them before in the industry, because if you have, I did not duplicate anyone in the industry. I just wanted these for a very, very long time, and we finally have them. So I've always wanted... What was that? I'm sorry?
I said I lost my mind when I picked them up.
I mean, they're insane. So I have always wanted to be able to add stained glass to a card, but I never knew how to achieve stained glass on a card without doing, tons and tons of gluing and coloring, and it just, I didn't know how I was going to achieve it. So with these new panels, we have, and these are not the correct bags either. I'm gonna have to talk to Natalia today. I think we just used every bag that we had that is not that is not the normal bag. So I'm gonna have a chat with her today so that we make sure that we are using the correct bags. Yes, you could. So now this is going to look a little bit deceiving, because when you look at it, you're like, well, Christopher, that just looks like a regular card panel. Like what the heck is that? Like that's just a normal regular card panel. Well, it is completely transparent. So when you use this and you use it on a card, it will literally give you the 100% look of a stained glass window. So of course, when you look at it like this, it looks very solid. But when you remove your little backing piece, it is truly a stained glass window. And you can see like these areas right here, it's so cool because you can see my hand through. I mean, it's literally a stained glass window. It is just absolutely incredible. Just absolutely incredible. So it's just, I just don't know how to explain it. You have to see it in real life. But these patterns are just absolutely stunning. So here is our first stained glass window. And just imagine this if you use like the lights that you can put behind things. I mean, just how stunning that will be. And then we have this one here. I actually want to I'm going to grab a piece of white paper, because this is not, this blue paper is not doing them justice. So let me grab this white paper to show you what they'll look like, because you'll obviously generally look at that. You'll generally use white behind it, but imagine that on your card. Just so pretty. So that's the first one. And then for our second one, look at these beautiful mushrooms, and look at just stunning. And again, these are transparent, so you can see through it, but it's, I can just imagine the things that all of you will do with these beautiful transparencies. Okay, so here's the next one. All right. Just so pretty. So pretty. All right, and then next up, they're just gorgeous. And again, wherever they are clear, they are completely transparent. So I can imagine that you all are going to figure out a lot of things that you can do with these panels. All right, we have this one that's almost like a sunset. And again, they are completely transparent. I have a feeling these are not going to last long. All right, but these will be restocked as well. Look at this. Oh my word. Look at that. Just so beautiful. Okay, and then this one I think is my favorite, because I just love the autumnal colors, as you all... Oh, a lantern! Yeah, that would be fantastic. A lantern would be incredible, because again, imagine obviously you'd want to use a fake candle behind it because it is plastic, but, imagine candlelight coming through these beautiful stained glass windows. So yes, so these are, again, just so cool. So cool. So cool. All right. So we can go ahead and put these back into their little container here. All right. Whoopsies. And a huge thank you to everyone that is ordering. I see, you know, quite a few orders coming through. So thank you. The team is working hard on getting those out to you. All right. So last but not least, we have what we call our consumables here at Brutus & Rowe, which means they are things that can run out. So if you are a big fan of the Brutus & Rowe embossing powders, these are now available. So we have the Twinkle Teal, which is one of our brand new embossing powders, and it is just absolutely stunning. You can see it is a beautiful teal with glitter and sparkle in it. It's kind of hard to see because of the studio lighting, but I promise you it's very, very, very pretty. Then we have the Lavender Sugar. So if you are a purple fan or you love purple and glitter, this Lavender Sugar is going to be right up your alley. So we have those two lavender sugars. Then we have our Fabulous Fibers are making a comeback, and they are coming back in new packaging. So they used to come in like these little plastic boxes, and they would always get crushed, and everybody, you know, nobody really loved the way they were packaged before. So we have new packaging, and Fabulous Fibers are just that. So they are this beautiful, really cool, I mean, the white's going to be real hard to see, but it's holographic. This is the holographic one. And then we also have the Peacock. And the way that you would use these is you would use these as like hair for your fairies. You could use this as, you know, grass. You could use it as parts of the flowers. There's so much you could use this for. So these are the new Fabulous Fibers, and we have them in Peacock and the Frosted Hollow. And these are just so pretty. Yes, fairy hair. So many things you can use them for, and they now come in these great new containers. And I think the containers, I mean, the containers change everything. You know, a good container for what you have your products in are just, it's worth a million. So, all right. So next we are going to, I guess we're going to talk about the fairy sequins, because that's what Heather just put up. So the fairy sequins, we have the Mint Fairy. This is our new sequin packaging. So you're getting, I think this is like a tablespoon and a half of sequins. So we have the Mint Fairy, and we also have the, this is, I believe, the Lavender Fairy or the Purple Fairy. I can't remember what exactly the name of it is, but these will have labels on the side of them. Mine just are not labeled, but they are just so shimmery and sparkly and just so pretty. So we have the beautiful mint green, and then it's what? Lilac, and then the Lilac Fairy. So lilac, so you can see just so pretty, and all different sizes, all different sizes, all different finishes, and they're just absolutely so pretty. So these are the little sprinkles for you, or the little gems for you. Then we have 3 new aqua pigments. So these are kind of becoming the star of the show around here, because they are so pretty and so unique. So we have the Cotton Candy aqua pigment, I guess I should say, the Sugar Plum aqua pigment, and then we have the Pink Taffy aqua pigment. So these are an absolutely beautiful pastel palette. So, and they are our creamies. So the creamies mean that you can use these on a dark cardstock as well. So Cotton Candy is like a beautiful muted light blue. Sugar Plum is a beautiful muted light purple. And then Pink Taffy is a beautiful muted light pink. So these are just so, they are opaque. They're pretty opaque, yes. Okay, so those are our 3 new aqua pigments. All right, and then last but not least, oh my goodness, I can't believe we made it to the end, my friends. So last but not least, we have the Candy Coat Pearl. So the Candy Coat Pearl is, it's just like our traditional Candy Coat, except this one is pearl. So I'll open it up and show you. There are, of course, all sorts of little flecks and fun inside of there. Let me grab a piece of, I'm going to grab a piece of black paper. Let's see. and then I will kind of swatch it out for you so you can see what it looks like. The other day I had more black paper sitting here than I could have ever used in my lifetime. And oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm just going to swatch this out to show you what it looks like, because then by the time I'm done with my card, it should be dry. But this is just so pretty. So it has flakes and glitter, and it's just a really beautiful substrate to use on your projects. So there we go. And a little bit goes a very long way. All right, so we're going to set this aside, and we will allow this to dry while we start making our card. Oh, shame on me for not knowing, but what is candy coat? Okay, so candy coat is essentially, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it within candy, but it is a basic gel substrate, but it has glitter in it, and it also has mica flakes in it. So it literally looks like candy, like rock candy when it's dried. It's really cool. So it really, I mean, it kind of looks like ribbon candy. Whenever ribbon candy dries, I would say that that's kind of the look of it. But it's really, I mean, it's really cool. Okay. So now we're going to make, oh, and also I guess I should tell you that there's a free gift. A free gift. So if you spend $50 or more on the brand new release, these are not available for sale yet. You will get the washi sheet. So this is the fairy washi sheet. It is very drowned out right now on my screen from the studio lights, but it is just absolutely stunning. You get 10 strips and 2 sheets, so you'll get 20 strips. And a lot of you have really been loving this washi strip. Again, you just peel it off and you can place it onto your card. You can also stamp on top of this if you would like to. So you can stamp, you can emboss on top of it. There's so much you can do, but you will get 2 sheets, 10 a piece, so 20 total. And I just think that that's a great free gift that you can receive if you place your order. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we've got to create a background. So I'm going to use our, this little guy here is what I'm going to use to create our background, because I've been dying to use it since the second that I saw it. So I'm going to grab my stick and stamp mat because that just makes it so much easier for me to be able to blend. Actually, let me grab this Misty. I know, it's first world problems. I have to figure out which of the 3 Misties I should grab. And the reason I want to grab this one is because it already has my, blending buddy in it. So I'm going to take so for those of you that don't know, the way the blending buddy works is you peel, oh, this one doesn't have a pad in it. Hold on. Let me swap the pad out of this one. Okay. So what a blending buddy is it goes around the outside of your, stick and stamp mat, and it protects it when you're blending. Okay. So that's why we call it a blending buddy. I'm going to put my stencil in there, or my magnet, and I'm just going to place this so this still gives me that spot in the center, so I can still place my piece of paper there. And then I'm going to grab, so what I'm going to do for this is so this is a large, it's a 6x6 stencil. So what that means is I can actually utilize this to one side or to the center or to whatever I want. So I'm going to actually line mine up like this. So you can see here, you probably can't, but there's 2 lines here. And that's how I'm going to line mine up to blend, okay? So I hope that makes sense to everybody, but I'm going to just basically find an alignment point, and that is where I'm going to align my stencil each time. So again, as I said earlier, you do not have to worry about the order of these, because it all works together regardless. Okay, So we are going to start with the one that has the least amount of space, because I feel like that is probably the one that would be in the background, so to speak. But again, do whatever you want to do. And let me move my products over here. And today we're going to use Clear Skies. We are going to use Triple Berry. And we are going to use, well, no, actually I lied. We are going to use Crown Me, Clear Skies, and I think we'll use Piggyback. I think those will give us a really pretty background. All right, so we're going to start with the, we'll start with Crown Me, because I think the darker it would be, darker towards the back here. How's everybody doing? Is everybody liking the release? Is it so far so good? And I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to start blending. And of course, you can utilize this however you would like. If you want to go in and you want to blend multiple colors and you just want to use one of these, you can absolutely do that. If you only want to use one of these stencils, you can. And that would be, and I'll show you what that would look like in just a moment here. And I'm not going to blend towards the center because, well, I'm blending towards the center, but I'm not going to blend completely in the center, because that will give us the look of depth and dimension. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to blend. And there isn't a right or wrong way to do this, because again, it's going to be completely up to you. All right, so we are now done with our Crown Me. So I could peel this off and we could take a look at what we have. Oh, wow. We're already off to the races. I think that looks spectacular. All right, so then we will go in with our next stencil. And we're going to line this up, again, up in that corner. And you'll see that it is going to slowly but surely continue to add more color. And as you build up your color, you are going to, actually, I'm going to use some pixie spray on this one, because this one has some itty bitty little pieces, and I do not want, because you know me, I'm a heavy blender, and I do not want for my heavy-handed blending to affect these little tiny leaves that are on here. So I'm just gonna, I put my pixie spray on, just give it a second, and then I line it up. Okay, and again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You do you. You create your own ending. There's not a right or wrong way to create this. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Clear Skies. And since I use the pixie spray, I do not have to use any adhesive. And for the Clear Skies, I mean any, tape. I really need to order some re-inkers. Simon, are you here? I hope everything is still available in a couple of weeks. My baby girl turns 11 tomorrow, and I lost her. In other words, I'm broke. That's okay, Dion. Yes, everything will be, should definitely still be available, because this is something that we will. Most of the products that are the consumable products, we will be restocking. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going in, and as you can see, those colors are blending and mixing together perfectly. So you just want to make sure that on this stencil, at least in my opinion, now obviously you may use this very differently, very, very differently than I'm using it, but I'm just adding the color really to the edges here, because the way that I can create depth and dimension with this stencil is by doing just that. Just really, really getting our edges inked up and just adding a light bit of color to the center and really Really, really adding in that color. So you can see it's really becoming beautiful. Oh my goodness, Dion, I will have to send her a birthday card. What is her name? I'll send her a little note. Oops, I don't have to move that. All right, so we can peel this off. Oh, wait, where's my pokey tool? I forgot I used the pixie spray. So you can see, look at how cool. We're adding dimension. We're adding dimension. What? How can I help you?
You want to clean that?
Clean one. Oh, yeah, please. Here's this, and then there was another one. I don't know where I put it, though. Here it is. Okay. Heather's running over to the sink to clean. Okay. I know, right? Isn't it beautiful? All right, so we're going to use pixie spray on this one, too, because, I mean, now that I know Heather's cleaning them, we might as well, right? And I mean, don't feel too bad for her. There's literally a sink 5 feet from where I'm standing. Let me turn on the light for you. Okay. So now for our final color, we are going to do that beautiful piggyback color. And it really it's really creating dimensions. Dimension. It's just absolutely beautiful. Okay. I don't think I have a pink blending brush. Yes, I do. Heather just handed it to me. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to use piggyback, which has become very quickly one of my favorite colors. Now, I am just beside myself because I still do not have prom night. Well, it's called prom queen, but I call it prom night because I think that is probably my favorite color that Simon has ever come out with. And I don't have it yet. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I might use... Triple berry. You think triple berry instead?
I think.
Because this pink is just not going to give us enough.
But look at how clean.
Yeah, so...
Squeaky clean.
Already cleaned. Perfect. Just needs to dry now. All right, so I'm going to grab some triple berry, which I know needs re-inked. So I'm going to have to give this every bit of what I have. Oh, maybe it doesn't. It looks like it's kind of inky. Oh, no, it's pretty good. All right, so now I'm going in with triple berry. And you're going to see that this is going to add just another layer. Another layer of dimension on top of everything we've already done. And it really gives off a I don't know what the correct terminology would be, but it's really, well, ethereal, but it's very, it reminds me of almost like a puppet show. You know how they would do like the shadows, and the shadows would create a was Heather upset about your ink pad mess when she got back? She doesn't know about that. Well, what she does now. I mixed up all the ink pads. No. She does now. I mean, the thing is, they weren't really in super order to begin with because
they were in rainbow.
We still need
a
few, yeah. So I'm going in, and you'll see that as I'm building this up, it's really creating a spectacular background. And this is with one stencil.
And a subscriber, you get your discount.
Yes, and as a subscriber, you will get a discount. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's pull this off of here. I'm going to give Heather the last stencil, and let's take a look at what we have. All right. Okay. So let's pop this back. We will be using this again, though, for the stamping. But take a look at that background. That is just absolutely stunning. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, so let's figure out what we're going to stamp. So I definitely want to use the fairies, because I've been dying to use these since I saw them in production. So I think, but I don't know which one I want to use. So let me peel this out here, and let's see. I really do think I want to use this one that's sitting. So I think we'll use this one that's sitting, and I think we will use I think we'll use this flower. So I'm going to peel off the flower, and I'm going to peel off this sitting fairy, because I think that right here on the flower, kind of on the flower like that. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. That's okay, Michelle. She would have found out eventually. Don't worry. She would have. Yeah, she would have figured it out eventually. All right, so I'm gonna grab some of our perfect blend paper, because I am going to be. Let me before I ruin that. Put that over the side, because I am going to be doing some alcohol marker coloring. Okay, so I just got word from Jess upstairs that Secret Garden is also sold out. So this release is going. So just as a heads up, if you want Secret Garden, please put your name in there for the restock, and we will get it to you when it gets back, when it gets back in. There's no telling how well a release is going to do, and as you can see, the I Want It All bundle is already sold out. So it's we're moving and grooving. All right, so let's place down our paper here so we can get our fairy stamped, as well as, and I'm going to die cut this, so I'm not too concerned with the placement of it. And of course, our stick and stamp mat will keep everything in place. Just make sure it's down into like one corner. Okay. And let's grab our detail ink. This is the Raven detail ink. It is the only ink that I use whenever I'm alcohol marker coloring, because I know it's going to work very well with it and it's going to stay put. Oh, I just love these images. And I know the lighting is very harsh. We're gonna have to do something about this camera that's in here. Oh no, I shifted it. Well, luckily there's two sides to every piece of paper, so we're just gonna flip that over. After I just got done saying that, hold on, let me grab a magnet before I do it again. Because although the stick and stamp mat stays in place with your paper, it's not guaranteed to, oh, my watch band. There you go. It's one of my favorites. All right, so I'm going to stamp this down again. Try to get ourselves a better impression this time and not have it shift. It was making me a little woozy because it shifted. I was like, wait a second. That's not right. All right. We'll hit it one more time, just for good measure. But just know that this ink dries almost instantly. But since we are using alcohol markers, I am going to... Did you see what just happened? It shifted again. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm being too aggressive with I'm too excited. That's the problem. I'm getting too excited, and I'm shifting and moving. So I'm going to
put tape along the edge where it closes, because my hand shakes.
Well, no, it's because I need a bigger magnet. I'm just going to only stamp it twice. I'm not going to get too overzealous, and I'm going to stamp it twice, and that's going to be good enough. It's because I keep on shifting the stick and stamp mat. That's the problem. So twice should be more than enough. I don't know why I always stamp 3 times. I think it's just force of habit, because I've always stamped 3 times whenever I have something in the MISTI. I do need a second magnet. Yeah. I need a second magnet and a prayer is what I need right now. All right. So we're good. That worked. All right. So let me take this off of here. And remember, you're just going to let it roll off of your stick and stamp mat. I'm going to throw that across the room. Oh, Heather. Look at what just happened. I just dropped this into the Pearl live television. So I'm going to need to... There we go. No harm, no foul. Oh, she found me a magnet. Okay, good. All right. Let me just clean off this stick and stamp mat real quick since I got the Pro, but it's very easy to clean off. You're just going to grab your... You are just going to grab... Let me see here. Where is my matte mist? Here we go. Just going to grab your matte mist, spritz it, and that's the unscented matte mist, and just going to wipe off that section, and it will become sticky again in a moment. All right, there we go. You're rushing. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. We are already, we're already at, I think, over an hour. Oh, that's a great idea. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to start coloring. So I'm going to use the Olo markers today because they have very quickly become my favorite. So we are going to use the Olo markers today. And we're going to do just a pretty simple coloring. So I think for our outfit, well, I think for first and foremost, I am going to color the skin this violet color because, I mean, it's a fairy. So it can be whatever color we want it to be, right? So I'm going to color it this beautiful violet color. And I know it's going to be very hard for you to see with the lighting, but I promise I will bring it up in a moment whenever I'm done coloring. So we're going to go in, and again, remember with the Olo markers, it makes it super easy because they're two of the same colors. So to do my shadowing, I'm going to just use my secondary color, and we will be getting the Olo markers back in stock very soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and color the arms here. And then our face. I love this. The detail on these stamps is just absolutely beautiful. I can't wait until you get yours. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of shadow then to the arm, to the top of the ear, and to the back of the neck. Okay. Yes, we will be restocking them. I'm not sure when. We should have another order coming in very soon of other new products from Olo and from the Olo brands, but I'm not sure when that's coming. I mean, I feel like it should already be here, but I'm not sure why it hasn't arrived yet. I'll have to check with Jess today. All right. So I'm just using this beautiful blue for the outfit here. And I think we'll use green for the pants. And again, since we have two colors on one marker, it's going to make it very simple for me to create my highlights and my shadows. Okay, there we go. Then I think we'll do green for the pants. And these are very simple to color. We're going to use our lighter green first. That's what I like. Simple coloring. Although I have become pretty well known for my difficult coloring too. I do love to color. I do. All right, so I think for the hair, we'll do a beautiful blondish yellow. Although, again, we could really do whatever we want for the hair because we are talking fairies. You can do whatever you want. And I think for the wings, because we're going to be adding wings on top, I think we'll do like a real pretty pink hue. So this is a light pink. It's RV 0.2. So I don't know what that means. RV 0.2 is bubblegum. So we'll use some bubblegum for the wings. And I think we might highlight it with a little bit of blue. But here, I'll show you where I'm at so far. There we go. And I know there's quite a few of you probably not chatting because you're probably shopping, and we appreciate that. But I'm just going in and I'm just going to add just kind of some little wisps of color from the wings. And what that will do is that will create almost like a, see how it radiates it? I love that. All right, for the flower, I think I want a red flower. Do I? I don't know. Maybe a poppy color. Yeah, let's use a poppy color. So this one is called Salmon. So I think we'll do a salmon flower. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start adding my color. And again, I love the Olo markers for their ability to give me two colors in one marker. Because, I mean, the thing is, you know, you'll learn how to color, and you'll learn from all sorts of different folks how to color. And they'll tell you you need to use 63 different colors of alcohol markers, and that's just not true. You can really achieve a great blend and a beautiful outcome with just two colors. Now, if you want to get into, you know, animating for Disney, then, you know, you're going to use a couple other markers. But we're not animating for Disney. We're making, you know, in my case today, a 6-year-old a card. So it's not there. That 6-year-old is going to appreciate however you make it or whatever you do to make it, and you do not have to worry about crazy blending. Although beautiful, you know, we have laundry to do, right? You can spend days blending. All right, so now I'm going to use goldfish for my blending. So I'm just going from the center out. Very simple blend. I'm just going to just touch those petals, and then I'm going to bring that color out by just pulling it with the other side of the marker, and that's really going to give us a beautiful blend. And then for the center, we are going to use the color that is called Buttercup, which I think just makes the most sense for the center of a beautiful flower like this to be Buttercup. All right, and I just love the coloration on that fairy. I think that's so cool. You are listening when I talk to my screen. Thanks for choosing the colors of my mind. No problem. I do what I can, really. All right, so now let's grab our coordinating dies. This is a huge die set. All right, so which ones do I need? So I'm going to need this one. Whoops. Snip this off of here. And I don't know about you, but it's very therapeutic whenever I'm snipping dies. I love it. All right. I'm pulling them apart. All right, so we have our first one right here. Make sure you get all your little sharp bits off of there. Okay, so there's number one. And then we will need our flower, which is right here. And I think what we might do that will make it helpful is we might release a little guide of what all of these are, because since we do them as like one big full set now, it can be a little tiny bit confusing. All right. And now we have our flower. Okay. There we go. So let's go ahead and apply our tape here. I'm trying to save some money for the Wizard of Oz. Oh, wow. I understand that. It's a big one too. It's actually bigger than this one. Okay. But that doesn't come out till June 1st, so we have a little bit for that. Not too long, but we have a little bit. All right, so I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine. All right. All right. now we have everything cut out. Let's take a look here. Just got to be very careful with our piece of tape. Oh, look. I love when a die cut cuts out perfectly, don't you? Oh, it's my favorite. There's nothing more satisfying than when your dies cut something out absolutely perfectly. Oh, another one. Whew. I love it, I love it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start figuring out our composition. So we have our fairy, and we have our, I think we'll put our little our little flower right there, and then we'll put our fairy sitting on top of it like this, and then we'll have to figure out a sentiment. So I think we'll probably do for our sentiment maybe maybe one from this set. I have to get these. I'm gonna have to get these dies onto a magnetic sheet before I lose every one of them. All right, so I love the "Hello, my friend." What do you think about that? I think that'll fit there perfectly. So yeah, let's do "Hello, my friend." Whoops. All right. So what we'll do is I'm going to take this panel. We're going to pop it onto. Now this really can't move. Let me grab my stamps here. All right. Pop those back on there. And then we'll position this back onto here. And then our "Hello, my friend" really is going to kind of be the foundation of where we're going to put the fairy and the flower. So we're going to make sure that this stays right where it's supposed to and does not move an inch. Oh, she did bring me a second magnet. I guess I didn't need to do that. All right. So let's ink up the "Hello, my friend." Wow, Michelle, you'll be happily crafting. All right. So there we go. Whew, didn't shift. Thank goodness. All right, so let's peel this off of here. Then let's peel off our background here. All right. I'm going to place this over here by my stamps. We're going to trim down this panel just a little bit. Let me grab a card base here. All right. Again, best thing ever invented are these pre-scored card bases. All right. And let's see here. We will trim this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. There we go. And then I think to add a little bit of oomph to it, we definitely need to use some of the prism paper. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Right, isn't it great? Orange all the way. All right, so let me grab, I need to refill my Gina K here. I meant to do that yesterday, but completely forgot. And this is my absolute favorite tape runner. We do carry it at Buddhist Monroe. And it's not just because she's one of my besties, it's because it is a really really great tape runner. Okay. And we're refilled. Okay, so we need to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and save these little pieces. This paper is just so pretty. All right. So let's start assembling, shall we? So I'm going to grab my card base. I'm going to fold it because it's already ready to go for me. I'm going to grab my tape runner and add some adhesive to the back of our mirror stock. Okay, and look at how pretty. Oh my word. All right, then we're going to attach our panel. This is just going to add just the perfect little border around our panel. There we go. See how it just adds just a little something to it? And then we will attach our flower, and we're going to pop up the fairy. So there's our flower. Oh, I love this already. All right, let me grab some of the foam tape. All right. I don't know where my scissors went. And I know that's going to be shocking to everybody. But, oh, here they are. Found them. All right. So let's add a little bit of foam adhesive to the back here. Okay, there's one. I think 2 pieces should be sufficient. All right. Okay. So now we can just add our little fairy here. Oh, I love that. All right, so now we need to add wings to this fairy. So we're gonna grab our little wing sets, and I think we'll use these ones here. Oh no, well, no, I think I'm gonna use these ones. So the great thing about this is you can really use whichever ones you want. So all I'm doing is I'm just gonna cut them out, but I'm not going to cut them out like perfectly. Now, if you want them perfectly cut out, you're gonna have to come back when Heather Collins does her video. But for me, I don't think it needs to be perfectly cut out for the simple reason that it's clear. So, I mean, if you can get it as close as you can around the outside, it doesn't need to be perfectly cut out because it is going to, you're not gonna be able to see the edges of it.
Do you need me to come?
Nope.
Okay.
But thank you. She's coming over here trying to steal the card. This is a regular release. The inspiration box this month was Safari. But there was also Safari add-ons that were released for that. So there's a couple of additional Safari products as well. All right. So you can add alcohol ink to these if you would like. You can add, I mean, you can really, the sky is the limit. All right. So I'm going to just add a little, whoopsies. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to these. And I'm just going to use the dry adhesive because I really don't think you're going to be able to see it. Okay, and we're just going to fold that up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Yep. All right, so then we'll add our second one down here. Yep, you need these. Everyone needs these. All right, and then our second one we'll add, and of course you can trim it a little bit, which I'm going to do here just to make it fall in line a little bit better with our, oh my Lord, I trimmed that. I could not trim that perfectly again if you paid me. All right, so now we're just going to fold these up a little bit. And really what I would say you should probably do instead of folding it like a Neanderthal like I just did is I would take probably like a pen or a pencil and I would roll it and just kind of hold it for a second. You could probably even use your heat gun here for a couple of seconds, but there you go. So that's what you should do. Don't do what I did. Use like a pencil or a dowel or something. But look at how perfect those wings turned out. Oh, that's just beautiful. Now imagine if you use like alcohol ink on this or something like that. It's just absolutely stunning. So simple, so easy to make this card. We used obviously the fairies. We used the wings, and I still have so many wings left on my sheet here. But really the sky's the limit whenever you are creating with these new products. Does anybody have any questions about this release? It's not dry yet.
But that could be added to that.
Yeah,
too.
You could add the candy coat to the acetate. You could do so many things. But these wings are just, oh my goodness, they're so cool. Really adds quite a bit to the card. So, all right. If nobody has any questions, I thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you are able to get everything that you would like out of this release because it is going pretty quick. As I can see, it's going. So I thank you so much. Oh yes, a clear glitter pen. I think, do I have? Yeah, I do. So I have this. I don't know if they even still carry this. This is the glitter pen from our friends at Lawn Fawn. Sorry, I was trying to talk and make something at the same time. You would think that, I mean, that's like my career. You would think that I could do that by now. So I just added a little bit of this to the edges. We'll see how it dries. I don't think it's meant to be used on acetate, but we'll see. All right, seems like I'll have to get the inspiration box since my son is at the... Oh, well, you should see... Oh, no. Where did my card go that I made yesterday? I made a really, really fun safari card on the live yesterday. I'm assuming Heather knows where it is because she is running like a banshee. Oh, she found it. So I made this card for the zoo yesterday.
This is so cute.
So this is what I did with the add-on products. So these are the add-on items that are available. The wild and free, as well as I used the dyes, and yeah, it was a really fun card. So all right, so thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you for all of your orders so far. I hope you loved this fairy release as much as we loved creating it. And a huge thank you, as always, to my amazing team behind the scenes, because without them, there would be no releases, there would be no new products, there would be, there's a lot that goes into making sure that these releases get to you. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Remember to create something every single day, whether that's something in your own magical, mystical world or your own ending. I love you very much, and I appreciate you, and thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my